I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Fast Kitchen Cosplay, and today we are back at guys with Hunter x Hunter, episode 117.
Yes, those intros are longer now because of the number of episodes. But yeah, 117. So last episode was about Gon and his fury facing Neferpito. They were both sort of at a loss, lost when they saw that Neferpito was healing a little girl, especially Killua, who was like noticing that something was up. Gon was focused on leave that girl, let's step outside so I can kill you. And then was like, oh, it's true, you gotta heal Kite, so let's step outside so you can heal Kite. Neferpito is not leaving Komugi's side at all. She did everything, like she put her palms up, towards the sky like this.
She even broke an arm.
She broke an arm to try and convince them that, let her do this and she would do anything they wanted, which angered Gon even more, because to see a compassionate side to Neferpito is like going against the image he created of her in his mind.
And like totally clashing.
Yeah.
You cannot understand that concept that not everyone could be all bad or good.
And it's because like if she can show compassion to a girl like this, why didn't she show compassion to Kite before?
But the thing is, she doesn't care about Kite. She
doesn't care about Komugi either.
But she cares about her king, and the king cares about that girl. So there's your problem.
So words were said. Gon was angry. He kind of told Killua off, and Killua, he saw that his friend wasn't there anymore. And when Gon got Neferpito to agree that in 1 hour they were gonna go and heal Kite, Killua just left, and Gon is sitting down waiting for Neferpito to be done. Well, she's not gonna be done in 1 hour, but that's all he's gonna give her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is pretty much where we left off last episode. I don't know if we'll go back with Gon this episode. We might see what the others are doing during the hour, because we still gotta see what Morale's up to with Shia and what Knuckle is up to with Yupi. So let's jump in this episode.
Hooray.
See what they have in store for us. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions. Let's go.
Okay, so now Yupi is an atomic bomb.
Yeah.
And he knows kind of how to use it.
He's very straightforward when it comes to what he does. He's like, I'm angry, chasing, and then he gets composed and he's like, wait, protect the king, fuck the chase. And then he's like, you're back, angry, from.
He is a chimera of a few words.
Yes, he's not very intelligent. He's very instinct forward. He doesn't understand his power. He's the youngest, like he hasn't had time to experiment or anything. With this thing that we just saw, it's true he's not really well made for a guard, because his abilities don't help. Like he's endangering the people around him. That's not good for a guard. When his emotions take over, they make him explode, literally. And now, Knuckle wants to use that. I get it. He's like, okay, I'll make him angry. And when he's near exploding, I'll just punch him and stuff. Like, he's gonna be playing with fire. But now Yupi, being the guard that he is and with his instinct and stuff, now he wants to use that. So it's not so much that he's gonna let it happen when Knuckle wants it. He's gonna try to use that to get Knuckle. So that's gonna be tricky. And that explosion is deadly. So if Knuckle is anywhere close to Yupi when it happens, it's gonna be dangerous. The whole speech they made, the whole discussion they had, I get it. Like, I've seen enough shonen to get it. But I can't say I agree completely. At the same time, like, I totally, I understand, and agree with some of it. Like, for example, I get that they're angry. Shoot gave it his all. They're coming here. They're willing to fight to death. They are hurt. Shoot is dying. And that opponent brushes him off like he did nothing, like he was a fly.
Dirt,
yeah. He went after Knuckle, then didn't chase him any longer when he was far away, like he didn't give a shit. And then he went back to Shoot, didn't even finish him off. It's not that they want him to finish him off. It's not that they want Shoot to die, but it's about what are you saying? What I did, that almost put me to death's door. What everything I did, you can brush off like it was nothing, like it doesn't matter, like I'm not even worth finishing off. That's what they are mad about. The lack of respect, because it's one thing to acknowledge your enemy's power. In combat, it's a thing, but if you completely disregard your enemy and you don't even bother focusing on them till the end, what message is it sending? It's pissing them off. I get it. At the same time, I'm like, if you have a chance to get your friend out, just send him out. Like, there's nothing you can do here. Why don't you? There are portals everywhere. Like, they put 3, one outside and stuff, but there's one inside near the steps. Why don't you send him back? I guess they're focused on other things. I get it. I just want everyone to survive. In their minds, they came here knowing they might die. So, and I get that they're saying
think that at the end of it, when they're gonna win this fight, what are they going to say to their friends? Like, oh, I almost died, but I survived, and I didn't.
You let us live.
Yeah, I didn't do much after that.
Yeah,
I can understand that, but
what I get it. The part I don't agree with is the ending. I'm so pissed that you regarded me this way, and I won't be able to forgive myself if I don't, retaliate and fight Yupi because he disregarded Shoot. And I'm like, no, get Shoot to safety, and then after that, if you want to save his honor, go back and fight. That I get, but we're not of the same mentality. Shonen characters are of another level when it comes to honor and
I don't
respect.
think that Shoot and Knuckle stop and try to understand Yupi's mentality as a guard versus his king.
Well, it reminds me a little bit of Bleach. Spoiler alert if you don't know anything about Bleach, or if you're watching and you're not at the Arankar, my god, the pronunciation, Arankar's arc, but there's a moment where Ichigo fights Ulquiorra, and again, spoiler alert, but he fights him as his Vasto Lorde form. Mm-hmm. And when he wakes up from that, Ulquiorra is missing an arm and a leg, and he's like, oh shit, I did that? Like, I don't remember doing that. So he's like, just take my arm and my leg. And I'm like, bitch, please, this is stupid. Why would you openly offer, like, this is your goal here. It's not about honor, so many shows fighters and stuff are telling us, sometimes you gotta fight dirty, sometimes you gotta accept that it's survival first. And in this case, especially in the scene I talked about, you're here to save your friend. Save your friend, and then if you want to play with honor, go back and ask him to take your leg and arm.
Yeah, but regarding that fight, I understood why.
I understood it more in Bleach, though.
It's because he doesn't remember that he did it.
But it's the same thing. It's a lack of respect, sort of. It's like, I did not do that. And then I meant to finish you off and say I did this when I actually did it.
Technically, you can say that it's the same thing in Phase Zero. Like
again, if you didn't see Phase Zero.
Sorry, but and Phase Zero, if you think about it, Lancer doesn't want another opponent to kill Saber because he's the one that wounded her.
Well, but that's chivalry. That's honor.
That's a fight.
It doesn't put
honor.
It doesn't put Lancer in any danger or anything. It's just he's good, and they're meant to fight everyone. So he's like, I'm just gonna help you with Castor, because if he gets you when you're wounded, that's like you'll be robbed of that victory. That sucks. Especially if that person, Saber, is worthy of a bigger fight. Like, she could do so much with both arms. Yeah. So he doesn't want to destroy that legacy.
But we are not warriors, we are not fighters, but we can understand that for someone in those type of shows, or maybe even real life, I don't know, but
it depends on the person.
Honor and mostly respect.
But then again, that's kind of why we love those shows.
It's a huge thing.
But that's why we love those shows. It's those speeches about, it's a fighter who's capable of kicking ass so much, but then he manages to humble himself and look at his enemy, and he knows that his enemy is strong, and he's going to acknowledge that.
But the thing, I completely agree with the fact that sometimes you need to fight dirty to win your fight, because at the end you need to survive, and
but in this case, it's not the goal.
But at the end, you kind of still respect your opponent, you know.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You don't underestimate them.
In Hunter x Hunter, the difference here is that the goal is not to survive. The goal is to stop them.
No.
Buy time, which is what Knuckle was doing.
They only bought 3 minutes.
No, but that's the thing. Buy time. Leaving him to go... And, I mean, Knuckles' first plan was to put Shoot in a place where he was safe and then stay away a little bit and look where things were going to go. Because technically their plan is already over, but they don't really know what's happening anywhere else. They don't know that the king has gone, you know, with Netero somewhere else and they're going to fight. But still, the guards could leave the palace and interrupt the fight with Netero, which is what they don't want. So their goal is to keep the guards here. If they can kill them, that's better. But buying time, like, Morel understands that. He said, you know, as long as you take that time. I don't care. This is why I'm here, to buy time. Yeah. And Knuckle was doing that when he was running around because he was buying time. And it stopped being about buying time when he decided to confront Yupi. Because it wasn't about... Confronting him is not buying time. It's
it's
revenge.
Suicide. It's suicide and revenge.
Yeah, it's revenge. Which, I mean, in a way I get. And it's very Knuckle-like. But again, that's why I'm saying that I understand it. But I think in this situation, you should probably put your friend to safety. Because if you can save your friend, why take the risk he dies, you know? And then after that, you focus on Yupi. If he's running around the palace, that's one thing. But then if you notice he wants to leave, you can face him again. Now, I mean, it's not gonna matter because now it's different. Like, now Yupi wants to fight Knuckle once more. But I got a bit, you know, not angry, not, you know, mad or anything. But I went a bit like, fucking shonen characters, you know, with the sense of honor and stuff.
They're not really thinking rationally when they're in the...
But I understand.
The fights, yeah.
But I understand. It's just I disagree. And if you have a goal...
It's one of the character traits of a shonen character that we kind of... Damn it.
But then it's like, you're here for the mission, right? If your mission is to survive, it's one thing. If your mission is to buy time, it's another thing. Still... Do not put the mission at risk. Confronting Yupi head-on is putting the mission at risk because if he finishes you off, there's no one left to buy time.
To be frank, we don't like what he's doing right now, but...
No, but well, yes and no.
No, nobody's perfect. Everybody got flaws. And to stay focused on the plan... Like, I mean, he's less experimented than his teacher, like Morel. So I'm not.
Well, he's very emotional.
He's very emotional too. So
and Shoot too. Like Shoot was crying. Shoot, I get it. You know, the whole he looked at me like I was trash. I felt it. I was like really sad. What I disagreed with is the only thing I disagreed with truly is the fact that he's not putting Shoot to safety.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Because he's like, when he talked about how, you know, they called it a mistake, how he put his priorities. You know, he had his priorities wrong. I'm like, no, you didn't. You didn't. Fighting Yupi is one thing, but you got to put your friend to safety first. But then again, it's because I came into this mission with the mentality of, please, everyone got to stay alive. They came here with the mentality of, I will die if necessary, as long as we stop this. So that's the only thing. But I'm not mad or disagreeing or anything. Like, I'm not pissed that that's what he's doing. I'm gonna enjoy the fight, and I agree that we need to get those guards before they leave the palace to find the king. It's just that speech in particular rubbed me a bit the wrong way. Like, I disagreed with how they talked about this. But
what do you think that Killua is planning to do?
Help Knuckle.
Knuckle. Because he's gonna use Melioron ability.
Yeah. And that's the thing, he's an assassin. His techniques are quite fast, and he's got lightning as his element and stuff. Like, he can do a lot in a very short amount of time.
In 1 minute.
So, yeah, as long as Melioron can get him close, he could probably give quite a shock to... And that's the thing, like, we talked about... Well, Knuckle seems to want to hit Yupi when he's about to burst. If he can get there, maybe Killua can.
Sure.
We'll see. Yo. We will see.
I wasn't expecting to see Papa Zoldyck
and Cheetu dying in 2 seconds. I'm a bit sad.
Cheetu wasn't a really a great fighter. He was very inexperienced.
Yeah, but I enjoyed his personality. I thought he was funny. He was bad. Like, he was a bad character, sort of. Not bad as in badly written, but he was a mean guy, and it's the fact that he acts so childish that makes us overlook that fact. So, but he was an enemy, and we were supposed to get rid of him. It's just he acts so childlike, and he's so stupid. It's kind of wrong. I feel it's almost wrong to hate him or to want him to die, you know. But he did, and the fact that it happened without him noticing, and before he could finally show us his second technique, I'm like, I'm a bit sad.
Look behind you. It's going, I won't fall for that trick again. I learned from your friend to not fall for it.
I'm a bit sad, but at the same time, like, it's the best way to go for a guy like this. He went out like a fly, you know, done.
Should I spare
He doesn't matter. That's exactly how he died, as someone who doesn't matter. Oh. Well, anyway.
I mean, even Papa Zodic show more respect to Cheetu than Yupi show to Shoot, because at least he
finished
him off.
Yeah, you butter me. Well, maybe he thought he wanted to attack his father, you know?
Come on. He knew that his dad could have done
definitely, but he was a hindrance.
Is it his dad or is it the mom?
They look too similar to not be parents, to not be related.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, he's the heir to the family legacy who was the grandfather first.
Okay.
So, yeah. But, yeah, so Cheetu's gone, and Yupi's gonna fight again Knuckle. And Kyuujin is on his way. So, yeah, basically that's what happened. Okay, so we'll end this here.
Oh, yes, we do.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be out on YouTube in 3 minutes, guys. And 1 week.
In 1 week.
And in 1 week.
What?
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, see you then.
Bye.